It does to me. I don't know as far as the voting on the award. I don't know how that factors in, but as his coach, as someone who sees him every single day, I'm thrilled with the growth and the maturity, where he was 2.5 years ago compared to now. It's just dramatic, and he's earned every bit of it. I mean, he's just worked so hard, and he's played different roles. He's been our point guard, our two guard. He's come off the bench, and regardless, he's just learned and listened and improved.
He was perfect shooting from a safety standpoint in the second quarter. Had 2 big steals and overall had a really solid night. Aside from fouls, just what have you thought about him? And do you feel like he's making those strides with a rookie that can actually be ready for?
Yeah, I mean, JK is just such a dynamic athlete, and he's come along. He's come so far, just in the last few months. And I thought he was a real key tonight. Didn't enter the game till the second quarter, and then, it made an immediate impact. Making shots and being physical and getting some rebounds. And I thought JK had a really good night.
You're thinking with the rotation pattern for him, because as you said, didn't come into the
yeah.
I believe he didn't play in the third either.
Yeah. Well, we're we've got a lot of guys who are important to us, and I started Damian Lee so that we could keep our second group intact with Gary and Otto, Belly, and Andre, and then JK is the guy we go to. If after that group. So it's kind of been that way the last few games. And if he's got it going, we'll stay with him. And if not, then we'll go back to the vets. But he's doing a great job of staying ready.
You mentioned the other night that first the other day in practice, I can't remember which one it was, but you guys have kind of been solidifying, at least in your conversations, what the rotation of playoffs is going to look like. Obviously, with one back or probably the bench, but is this second unit what you're expecting to play in the postseason? Yeah,
and then that could change 10 minutes into game one. So you just don't know how the playoffs are going to shake out. But got a lot of options. I like a lot of those guys coming off the bench. I like the combination of those vets. They know how to play, and they're doing a great job. But the option to go to JK is there, and it's a really a powerful one.
Draymond almost messed around and got a triple-double tonight. It seems like Clay is kind of timing at the right time. It seems like, Draymond, 13 rebounds tonight. He's trying to pick it up. It's like those guys are getting it going.
I do. Draymond was great tonight. I thought he was the best player on the floor. His energy, his rebounding, his distribution of the ball. His energy was great. He came out ready to play, and that's a great sign. He knows, playoffs are next week, and I think he's, since he came back a few weeks ago, I thought this was the best he's looked physically. So, it's a great sign heading into next week.
What do you think was the biggest factor in kind of that half meltdown? First coming back and playing within two.
I thought it was more them than us. I just thought, San Antonio, they have an identity. They're obviously so well coached. No matter who they play, they're connected. They stay together. They compete, and they made a great run to close that third quarter. I thought the buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter was a big shot to take it from 10 to 7, and then they kept going. They had a lot of guys who played really well tonight. So more about them than us.
When it comes to coming in the playoffs, is the message as simple as kind of to stay ready, and how important is it having veteran leadership with Andre and Draymond and Stephen Clay to kind of push that message on him as well?
Yeah, I mean, we need our vets to lead and continue to talk to JK, and they've done a great job of that all year. And I have no doubt JK will make an impact in the playoffs. I don't know over the last couple of days, but everything, up until 2 days ago was the last time that I talked to him and talked to Rick. Everything has been on schedule, and since I haven't heard from them, I assume it still is.
One on Zoom. Go ahead, Monty Poole.
Steve, coaches can sometimes be reluctant to play teenagers in the playoffs. And I'm wondering, with JK, you know what he can do, but how do you calculate the risk of playing a teenager who can do what he does, but also can be foul prone?
Well, that's going to be the situation that we'll be in. He's a really gifted player, and he's talented and physically capable of doing a lot of things out there that can help us. So he's an option, and we'll just have to read how the matchups are, whoever we play, and read the game and determine whether we think we should play him or not. But I have no doubt if I call on him that he's going to play well.
All right, Warriors win 52 games on the season.